Hi grade 11s, welcome back. We're going to be solving equations by squaring both sides. This is when you have a surd in your equation, or surd equations. Now there's two rules for this. The first rule, you take everything that's not the surd to the other side. Like see here, this is the surd, everything else must be on the other side. See this one over here? I'm going to have to take this x to the other side. Okay, so that's the first rule. Then you square both sides, you solve for it, you get your answers. The second rule is you have to test your answers because in a lot of cases, one of the solutions that you have are not applicable to it. Okay, so let's jump straight into this question. What we're going to do is we're going to square both sides of this equation. Okay, let's grab a different color. So we square this side, we square this side. If I square the side, the square root and the square cancel out, leaving me behind with 5x plus 6 and the side x squared. Now we want to get to a perfect quadratic trinomial, so we want to get to standard form. In order to do that, we'd have to take everything to one side. I personally prefer to take everything to the side where my x squared is positive, okay? But you can bring it to the other side, not a problem. So I'm going to leave this 0. Minus 5x, I'm taking this other side, taking the 6 other side. Now you have an option of either using the quadratic formula or you can use your knowledge on factorizing trinomials, which is what I'm going to do right now. Minus and a plus. This here is going to be minus 6 plus 1. Minus 6 plus 1 gives me negative 5. That means my solutions are x is equal to 6 or x is equal to negative 1. Now when we test in our solutions, let's try this out. What you want to do is you want to make sure that if I sub in this number over here, it matches up to if I subbed it in over here. So let's do that. 5, 6. So that means my left hand side is going to be 6. And no, wait, let me just double check. Did I do that right? 5 times 6. I don't think I did that right. Oh, I did. Okay, there we go. And on my right hand side, 36. So this idea and this idea are not matching up. See something? Oh, hold on. No, we didn't make any mistakes. I was just double checking. So that means my left hand side and oh, I made a mistake. Sorry, made a mistake. I found my mistake. Don't put the red. That red was my square. Let me say this again. So we square rooting this. There we go. My left hand side equals 6. And on my right hand side, if I substitute x into there, it's 6. So the solution works. Sorry, I made a mistake over there. I got confused with my red squares. And if I test this solution out, 5 times negative 1 plus 6. On this side here, it gives me 1. But if I have to substitute this negative 1 into the place of this x over here, it gives me negative 1. So do you see my left hand side and right hand side are two different numbers? So this here is not applicable. Let's try the second one. Hopefully I don't make a silly mistake this time. What we want to do is take everything to the other side. So we're going to leave this as is. We want to square both sides, leaving me with this side here is negative 2 minus x, and this side okay, I basically did FOIL. I'm going to take everything to one side. Add and subtract like terms, get to standard form. Okay, and we want to put our brackets. You can use the quadratic formula if you'd like. Okay, hopefully I get this done right. So what we want to do is we want to test our solution. So I'm going to sub in negative 3 into the place over here. So basically into this original one over here. So So I substituted. It should give me 4, so this idea matches up. It gives me 4. This one works. Let's test the negative 6. Does not work out, so not applicable. Okay, let's test out another few more. I'm using the Classroom Mathematics textbook. Okay, so I'm going to write the third one. We want to take everything that's not the surd to the other side. There we go, gives me x. I want to square both sides. Leaving me on this side here with 3x minus 2, and on this side here, x squared. We want to get to standard form. Oh, sorry. X squared minus 3x plus 2. Minus and a minus. Nope. X is equal to 2 or x is equal to 1. Now we want to test our solution, so we're going to test it in the original one that was given to us. So basically what's printed in your question paper. 3 times, I'm typing in this number here, 2. Gives me 0, so I know this one works. And the other solution we got was 1. Okay, both of them work. Let's try another one, slightly more difficult, so it involves K method. Okay, so for K method, how do you know when you're going to use K method? If you see something being repeated. Okay, remember I mentioned K method is just a tool that you can use. So I see that and that are being repeated, so I'm going to say therefore I've got k plus 3 equals 10k. I want to make sure, okay, k cannot equal to 0, right? I want to make sure that it's in standard form, so I'm multiplying everything by k. And I'm going to bring this 10 over. Standard form, we can factorize it or use quadratic formula. But this isn't what we were solving for. We were solving for x. So I'm going to replace it with what we said k should be. We're going to square both sides because the surd is isolated. Ready? Square both sides. Let's deal with this one. 25 plus 2. That's my first solution. And this side over here. 4 plus 2 is 6. Let's test our solution. So we're going to go back to the original. First solution is 27. So I'm going to test the left hand side. The left hand side gives me 8. The right hand side gives me 2. So this one here is not working. Let's test our 6. Okay, so the left hand side is 5. Let's test the right hand side. So I'm going to sub in 6 into that place. Okay, so 5 and 5. That means this one here definitely works. And there's our solution. Hope that this helped you.